Hey guys, and welcome back. So those of you who don't know, my name is Natacha, also known as Books with Starbucks on Instagram, and I am gonna make a review today for you on The Perfectionist by Sara Shepard. I am gonna talk about a few different things, and the first thing that I'm gonna talk a little bit about is just a recap of the book, just so you guys know what it's about and all those things. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I am gonna talk about the characters in the book. Then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the surprises that comes. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is this one that I chose to call Different Ones. And it's a little cryptic because I don't really want to give away too much, but I can say that it's a thing that I didn't like that much about the book. But let's just go ahead and get into the video. The book is about 5 girls who live in Beacon Heights in the state of Washington. And these 5 girls are very different, but they have one particular thing in common. They all hate the same guy, Nolan Hotchkiss. He is the school bully, he is just very mean to everyone, and at some point he has ruined each of the 5 girls' lives. So they meet and they plan to, like, the perfect revenge. They plan his death. But it's all just a joke. They don't want to do it. They're just like, because they hate him so much, they just do it for the sake, like, for fun. Until he ends up dead. And he ends up dead the exact same way that the girls planned it. But the thing is that they didn't do it. Now these 5 girls have to work together to find out who did this, and they have to do this before anyone finds out what they were planning to do, and before their lives just are ruined forever. So, as said, I wanted to talk a little bit about the characters. And what there is about the characters is that we have 5 main characters who are all very different. We have, like, the smart one who actually dated Nolan. We have the musician. We have the one who just wants love, who's like this perfect girl with the perfect boyfriend but really just wants love. The popular one, and then the broken and hurt one. And that's 5 different characters that we are introduced to, who are very different in many ways. And I thought that was so interesting because it really, like, you can find each one of the girls to identify with. For me, I actually kind of saw a little bit of myself in each of the girls, just because you, like, have these different feelings and go through these different things. So I really thought that made the book extra special, because you're just introduced to them in different chapters, and you learn more and more about them as the story goes on. So I said I wanted to talk a little bit about the surprises that comes in the book, and not really surprises in that way, but just, like, I'm a huge fan of the Lion Game series by Sara Shepard, my all-time favorite books, and for me, I was like, kind of, when I read the first book of The Lion Game and I read the second, I didn't really know what to expect, but as I came along, I was like, okay, I knew what cliffhangers to expect. And the thing about reading The Perfectionist, which is a whole new book, but it's still Sara Shepard, was so surprising because I had no idea what to expect. Like, you know, there are of course, like, the few obvious things that you always guess. But overall, like, the ending of the book especially was like, it just had me hanging, and I was like, no, this can't happen, no, it can't stop. And I was literally just flipping through the pages, and I was like, where is the rest? I need the rest. Last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was this one called Different Ones. The Perfectionist is a book that's 300 somewhat pages, 322 pages long, so it's not like a super long book, it's not a short book either, but yeah. And we have 5 main characters, and each of them have a chapter. Like, they have a chapter each. And no particular order. You can have, like, one with one of the girls' names is Ava. So you can have one with Ava. And then 5 chapters later you can have one again with Ava. And you kind of forget what it is that just happened to Ava in the last chapter, because we're 50 pages longer in the book. They of course have, like, chapters together also, but I just thought that was pretty sad. I got really confused, mostly with the girls. So, and also because each chapter, when the girls are in each chapter, we're introduced to their boyfriends, to the ones they're interested in, their love interests, their friends, teachers, like so many things in like, and the chapter's only 10 pages. So you're like, okay, that's a lot of people, that's a lot of people. And you're like literally sitting. The Perfectionist just took me back into the world that Sara Shepard creates in The Lion Game and in Pretty Little Liars, and it's just, they give me this special feeling, and I had that feeling with The Perfectionists, which is so awesome for me. So Sara Shepard just has a way of making the books like so prestige and so mysterious and everything, and you can literally trust no one. All of the characters have skeletons in their closet at some point in one of her books, and that's what I love. Like, you can't trust anyone, so it can be anyone. So you literally have like 10 or 20 people who could have done this crime, and that's what I especially love about it. It is so pretty, it is so perfect, and that is why I'm giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. It's very well deserved, and I cannot wait another 6 months for the next book. So yeah. But anyways, if you have read it, or if you want to read it, or anything like that, just please leave a comment below, like asking questions or saying something that you noticed while reading it, or just anything, because I would love to know. I would love to like write with you guys, and maybe you don't agree with me, maybe you think that it was good that they had a chapter each, or maybe there was just some other things that you were noticing. I will see you guys next time. Bye.